Well, good afternoon, Maynard. It is Town Planner Bill Nemser, and it's time for another edition of Planning, Zoning, Rock and Rolling. Today, April 14th, 2016, and we're rolling along right into spring. Glad to see opening day was here the other day for those of you that are baseball fans. We have a lot of things lined up today. I have to make sure both of my ace producers are here. I've got Johnny G and Matthew, not Andrews, back there. There he is. Good, good, all right. So are you guys ready for baseball?
Of course.
Nice, nice. Well, today we're going to switch things up a little bit because we're on a time schedule, and so we're gonna have to just change things around a little bit. So those of you at home who are used to a couple of the events on the show happening at the end of the day, they may happen a little earlier. So right now, I'm going to introduce you to a very special guest, and her name is Haley Fritz, and she is a student at Maynard High School. And I got to know Haley, I guess about a year and a half ago or so. And I got a phone call, and somebody said, "Oh, you've got to meet this student is coming in and wants to talk about doing some work on creating a guide for historic preservation." And I thought, well, that's always good. I like to work with students and see what's going on, but I really didn't know what to expect. Well, sure enough, she came in, and I have to tell you, the work that she produced for the Historic Preservation Guide is as good as anything I've seen in my career. It's absolutely amazing, and we'll talk about that a little bit and talk about some events that she's been working on in the community. Now, Haley is what I would call a very dynamic individual and a doer, and we're going to talk about some of the things that have kind of instilled some of these qualities in her. But right now, I'd like to welcome Haley Fritz to the show. Thanks for coming on, Haley.
Hi. This is my first time on a radio show, so this is a little awkward, but hopefully I do okay.
Right. And the good thing on radio is nobody can see you. See? Right? It's like, I mean, not that, because you turned red, But no, it's harmless here, and you've got, look at the support system you have here. One is asleep, and the other one, he's gone. But it's like, so anyway, Haley, all right, let's start a little bit about you, and then we'll get into the Historic Preservation Guide and into the Founder's Guide. Now, I understand you have a dentist appointment or something pretty quick, so you got to be out of here in a bit, so we'll move it right along. Mm-hmm. No songs. Usually, this is Planning, Zoning, Rock and Rolling, so I usually try to tie in music with what we're talking about, so you'll have to listen on the way out of here or something for the music. But so, what grade are you in right now?
I'm a senior, and I'll be going to Boston University next year.
Oh, you did? Selected Boston University. Very good. What do you want to study?
Political science and communication studies.
Good stuff, good stuff. Actually, I have a daughter who has a communications degree, and this is now costing me money in graduate school. But anyway, okay. And so what kind of interests and hobbies do you have? Because I know this was your historic preservation project was part of your Gold Award for Girl Scout, right? Mm-hmm. What other hobbies do you have? What kind of stuff do you do?
So in Girl Scouts, I've been a Girl Scout for 11 years, so a lot of what I do is part of that. And outside the Gold Award, that's
like most of your life.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Okay.
Outside of the Gold Award that I've been working on is this council leadership group that I helped found. So I'm the head of communications for that, and I do a lot of newsletter type work. What are those called?
This is in the school? With school or outside
this
school?
Is outside school. So the Girl Scouts is organized by council, and that's at the council. And
I
then,
see.
Apart from Girl Scouts entirely, I also have been dancing just as long as I've been a Girl Scout.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm a competitive dancer, and I dance 3 days a week normally. This week it's 4.
Like what kind of dance? I mean, like ballroom dancing or what?
No. I do a lot of jazz, hip hop, ballet.
You do a lot of stuff. You guys hear this? Huh? We're going to talk to you about what you guys are up to.
Okay.
Okay, and what about historic preservation? Now, how did that come about? Because historic preservation to me has always been, I've always enjoyed history and historic, it's my mom, I'm not here. And I've always enjoyed history and that sort of thing, and buildings, and eventually ended up with a career in planning. But how did you end up interested in historic preservation for your Girl Scout project?
So I've always been interested in history in the terms of what you learn in school, but I didn't really know much about local history because that's not really what's taught in school. So it was really interesting to get to do the research on what happened here in Maynard. But really, the Historic Preservation Guide came about because of a need that the Historical Commission had. It wasn't so much as I was trying to force an idea on them as they had a hole where they saw the need for this guide. And then I was their handy little helper, and I produced it.
Yes, you did. Yes. Did you enjoy the research for this? I mean, I'm sure sometimes you're probably like, I want to get this done, like a term paper or something. But
Yeah, I like research papers, so I enjoyed it. But some days it was just, it depended on what part I was working on. Some parts went way easier than others. I mean, all the things I wrote about, like public relations strategies, were really breezy. But
Yeah.
some of the things I wrote about, like private development, which isn't really my thing, were really tricky.
yeah, I could see that. I could see that. But and now when you get away to school here, you'll probably look back on this, and there'll probably be some things that you draw from.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, well, all I can do, I congratulate you on that piece of work. That was
Thank you.
tremendous. All right, now, all of a sudden, I think, okay, she's done this project, and what a great job for the kid. And then all of a sudden, I find out you're on something maybe even bigger. And this is Founders Day. So why don't you tell us and our listeners at home, this is Planning, Zoning, Rock and Rolling with Town Planner Bill Nemser. My guest today is Haley Fritz. Why don't you tell us and tell our listeners why or how you came about organizing Founders Day? A little bit about it, and then how you came about with the ideas and so on.
So Founders Day is going to be a 2-day celebration, or more like a day and a half, celebration of Maynard's historic incorporation as a town on April 19th, 1871.
You had that memorized. Very good.
Yeah.
And you're multitasking with the phone.
I know.
Holy.
So when I started my Gold Award project, I was also simultaneously working on these scavenger hunts for the Historical Commission that we at the time were hoping on implementing in the town as like a permanent resource that would be around year round and like a tourist type thing. But then we realized that really wasn't going to be feasible because of the QR codes. So the scavenger hunt uses these little QR codes for smartphones to provide clues. And those can't really be put on buildings year round because the businesses just change so rapidly around here. Things aren't.
Hopefully that
Hopefully
trend
that's not
stops
always
as
true,
we
but
give it
a lot of the buildings are currently in transition.
Right, sure, yeah.
So hunting down the owners and long enough to get them to put it up for one day was one problem, but we had sort of the issue of whether we thought that, like, if a building changed ownership, would the new owner keep it up? And if one clue's missing, what happens to the rest of the scavenger hunt?
Sure,
so,
sure, yeah.
We came up with the idea of doing it as a one-day event, but I knew, being ambitious as I am, not always a good thing, but sometimes, that I wanted to do something a little bit more than just a scavenger hunt event. So we sort of rounded it out, and because I had this idea buzzing around for like a town holiday, something really permanent and big, that sort of turned into Founders Day, and that was really cool. And finally achieved the town holiday. There's going to be a proclamation coming out on the 17th. We have this concluding ceremony at 11 a.m. on Sunday.
It's open to the public, too?
Yep.
Right?
All of it's open to the public. So meet us in Memorial Park, 10 a.m. Saturday and 11 a.m. Sunday.
Okay, so let's get to the specifics for a minute. Now, if somebody comes on Saturday, they come at 10 o'clock, where is the festivities going to be centered? Where should they start?
So the heart is going to be downtown. So if I was going to start, I would start with our kickoff at 10 a.m. And then after the kickoff, there's a lot of activities running sort of simultaneously. So there's going to be the scavenger hunts I discussed that I created, running from until 3:30, and then a raffle being drawn for the once you return the scavenger hunt, you can enter the raffle. So that'll be drawn at 4. And then we also have bunker tours. So Paul Boothroyd leads these tours in the wildlife refuge.
Oh, in the military bunker. Oh, yeah, cool.
Where you can actually go inside. It's your only opportunity to go inside is when you're with a guide, and he only runs these tours so often. So it's a really unique experience. We also have a lot of really other cool things too, though.
All ages, like is it for
There's
all ages?
a lot of kids' activities too. One thing I was about to highlight was Smart Room, the business downtown. They combine art
terrific
and STEM.
place, yeah.
So they're going to be doing some like original or like authentic children's crafts from the time period that the mill was at its most like robust, I guess you could say. And they're also going to be doing tying in their STEM programming by teaching about like how the mill worked with like water wheels and things like that.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. Wow. That is good. And is there something where you can? I mean, I'm always looking for some place to leave my kids where I can leave them for the afternoon and somebody else watching.
Yeah.
Is that something you
So
guys?
they're doing a special discount.
Joke. It's a joke. These
Oh.
guys are looking at it. So,
They're doing a special discount for this event where it's $10 a family. So if you have one kid or three, you can leave all of them for just $10.
really?
Yeah.
But that's great. All themed on like mill on the mill
Yeah,
history.
it'll be themed
That
on the
is
mill
so
history.
cool. I wonder if somebody's picked that up for story. That's like sounds like a story in itself.
I know.
It really does. We should make a point. Who can we get on the phone? We got to let somebody know about that for a press release or something.
Okay, we can do the press release, yeah.
Good. All right. Planning, zoning, rock and rolling has become a full service media empire now. Okay. So that's going to be on Saturday. And how late does it go?
So that will be running twice, from 11 to 12 and 3 to 4. And it's going to be drop-in style, so you can put your kids in the beginning or the middle, leave when you please. But the fee stays the same, so I
Cool.
would say stay the whole hour and see what you can get out of it.
Yeah. Yes. And what else what else for like, is there music? Is there
Yeah,
events,
so
food?
the
what?
Maynard Community Band's playing.
Oh, they're great.
They're playing at 11 a.m. in the Congregational Church, not 12:30. I heard today that people were spreading the 12:30 rumor around.
So it's a small town. Rumors go around quickly.
Just to set the record straight, it's 11.
11 o'clock. Maynard Community-
And food-wise, I am so glad you asked. We got the Halfway Cafe for the last hour to donate free appetizers and sodas.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Really, they donated it halfway?
Mm-hmm.
Good
So
for
you'll
them.
be able to drop in. The little corner in the back will have food set out, and hopefully people won't eat it all in the first 20 minutes.
Oh, and you can feed the kids and right there.
Yeah.
That's it. See, now you guys. Now, I want to know the truth. Matthew, Johnny, you guys heading for scavenger hunts?
Of course.
Good.
Sounds like a blast.
Yeah, they're filming.
Yeah.
They're what?
They're filming, I think,
Yeah, we're
this
filming.
weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
4 of them.
Oh, wow. You guys are all right. So, see, but are you going to be able to participate and film? You got like one of those what is it? A GoPro?
Yeah.
A GoPro.
Live action.
Nice, good stuff. All right, let's go back now. And what time does everything wind down on Saturday night?
4.
4 o'clock, and then Sunday.
Sunday, there's going to be a ceremony, and that's really exciting. It's starting at 11 a.m. in Memorial Park.
Yeah.
So what the main focus of the event will be is to wrap everything up, but also to recognize, in particular, like the history portion of it and
Cool.
the historical nature of the celebration in and of itself. So the selectmen will be coming to present the proclamation. They'll read it
terrific.
off
So
because, like I said, the 19th is being recognized.
Right.
And Kate Hogan will be there and give a little speech.
Yeah, it was great.
You'll
Sorry
be
yesterday.
there.
Yes, I will be there. I will
Andrew
be there.
McLean
I have a
from Town Hall
poem.
will
Yeah,
be there.
Andrew has a poem as well. Yes,
Oh.
right. Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's all. It's look, I mean, I'm going to talk about a grant, but I'll make it as interesting as I can. maybe haiku, right, or something, right? So no, and then so this is really tremendous. And when it's done, okay, now you're going to be off at school, going to on to greater things. And how are we going to keep this going in town? Now, what are the ideas you've explored to maintain the sustainability of this? Because this is, like you said, I know from my career, people love community events. There's always somebody's unhappy with this or something, but people love them. And people are going to love this one. I mean, I have no doubt there's going to be a total success. How does it happen again next year? And now, or if we arrange where you're on retainer and you come back, once a year for this?
I'm sure I'll be coming back. I'll be close enough that I can make it, but it really depends. I'm hoping the Cultural Council will take it over, as I mentioned to you earlier. But
Tim Hess is always good for that.
Right.
And Bruce Davidson, that group.
And one way that we know that it's going to be sustained is that the town has this like marketing project going on right now, where they're putting all the community events in like some sort of calendar that'll be managed by a firm.
We
that
are?
will-
Oh, I mean, yes, we are.
Yeah.
Right.
And I might be understating this incorrectly, but basically the gist of it is that they're putting it in a calendar, and then
Yes.
when it's time for it, they'll have the contact person for the event like in the calendar and be able to contact them
yeah.
and say it's time
See?
to plan this.
That's almost 22nd century mass communication we got
Yep.
going there. No, that's great. But I mean, okay, now we got a little time still. Wait, what time do we got to go here? I don't.
Like 3:20 something. I'm just going
Oh,
over.
okay,
Green
you're still
Meadow.
okay. All right. So you tell us when you got to go here. Now, we have a tradition here, but before we get to the game here, I got to ask you because I have a number of children, as these guys here have listened to, and they're of various. They're older, as you may notice. I'm creeping up on middle age, so they're a little older. But where did your drive come from? I mean, because I've always found for myself, I like being around people that are driven. And that's I mean, that I'm not kidding now, but because it's been something I always found helped me, everything, place in the military to school to whatever. And what helped you are you a self-starter? Or did somebody prod you?
I think I'm pretty self-sufficient. I've always been independent, but I think that two things. I'm very achievement-driven, so the promise of getting a nice shiny gold pin at the end of this has been
Right.
motivating.
Oh,
I
so-
like recognition for my achievements, but
Sure.
on the other hand, I really like people. I'm somewhat extroverted sometimes, and I feed off energy, so I like seeing how excited other people get about these things.
Right,
And
sure.
I have this complex about I don't like to do things that don't feel meaningful. So if I do something and I consider it a waste of time, I probably won't do it again. So I really like Founders Day because I feel like it's been a really impactful way to earn this award and not a selfish way to do it. Not like I just did it to earn the award, more like I feel like I served.
So goal oriented is so. I mean, imagine that was always the thing I found with school, and I remember when I went away, when my kids went away to college as well. But when I was in school, it was always each semester was like a little victory. It's like, okay, I have this grade, it's in the bank, whatever the case is, and it was always like little mini goals and then major goals and stuff like that. So that's good to hear. So now, of course, I can tell you that I didn't come anywhere close to the kind of stuff you're doing, although I did manage to ground a patrol boat at 19 and ran into a bay marker, but that's a different story. But I was there. So then going on to what's next for you? So you see graduate school, you think? Or your parents were like,
My dad says law school. I don't say law
Okay.
school.
well,
I'm thinking I want to be a campaign manager right now. I'm really interested in
for politics. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a whole nother subject. We are politics free on this station only because we don't have time for this. But no, that's very interesting. Yeah, so political science and then
Yeah.
law always helps you for that. Okay, so normally we play a song here, and I pride myself on digging up stuff that I think that these two have never heard because they're music aficionados, I noticed, but they've always heard it. So I don't think I've shown them anything new yet. Although today I'm going to get them. Today is going to be stuff you haven't heard.
We'll see.
But the other tradition is we have a game here called Think You Know Maynard. You're born and bred in Maynard, right? No?
No, I was
Oh.
born in Waltham, and I've lived in. I don't want to get into it, but
All right.
I moved here when I was 9.
That's close enough. Come on. All right. So, all right. You're indigenous as far as this contest is concerned. All right. So this is the way it works. Okay. We try to make it, first of all, we're courteous to our guests. So the first thing we do is you're going to get the first question. Now, most of these are either multiple choice or true and false. The reason for that was we tried fill in the blank, and there was just too much blank. And on the radio, it's not a good thing. It was kind of like you couldn't hear people blinking hard. But so you have the answers there. You just have to select which one. Now, the unique thing about this game is if you don't select the correct answer, though, one of these guys, now I don't know who's gonna whose turn it is today, but whoever's up on deck, they have an opportunity to answer it and you get a point. So this gets really competitive. And sometimes when we have on the second question, and we're moving to the third, there is a tie score. And so we'll do, we can have a tiebreaker, which is great, but sometimes there's not. And we've been known to go double or nothing and stuff on this. Now, you may say, what's the prize here? You're familiar with the great Andrew Scribner McLean, right?
Yes.
Yes, of course. Well, Andrew generously, he offers to take everybody to lunch, whoever wins this contest. And where your dining experience is with him is unbelievable, and money's no object, of course. Take you pretty much anywhere you want to go on it. The only thing is we haven't actually had a winner in a long time, right? You guys almost did, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you have to send your kind regards to Andrews for helping with this. Now, okay, which is it, Johnny or Matthew this week? I forget.
I have no idea. Do you know?
I know. I think you went 2 weeks in a row.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, you cut.
Oh,
You cut in
no,
line.
Sorry.
Oh,
This is my fault.
okay.
So
All right.
I'll give you a
I
shot.
can either
this
go or you can go again to stay in phase.
time. No, I can't do that to you.
That's good. Good. Very, very, very chivalrous of you. Let's see. Get our. Oh, the crowd's going wild. Yeah, on the display. Okay, Matthew, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Now, first one is going to go to Haley. Okay. Think you know Maynard. Here it goes. Got to listen for the bell or the unbell, as I call it. Okay. What county is Maynard located in? Is it Suffolk County? Is it Middlesex County? Or is it Worcester County?
Can I answer now?
No. Huh? You mean none of them?
No, can I answer now?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how to play.
Yeah.
Middlesex.
Oh, good answer. All right. Oh, look, pressure's already on. Look at the sweat. Look at the
That
sweat.
was a tough one.
This is hard. All right. You ready? Matty?
Yep.
Are you on? I don't know if I can hear you. You're the producer. Are you close enough to the mic?
I didn't grab my third mic set.
That's all right. Don't peek at the answers, though. Wait a minute. Okay. What form of local government does Maynard use? Is it strong mayor, representative town meeting, or open town meeting? Strong mayor, representative town meeting, or open town meeting?
I'm going to go with open town meeting.
Ooh, good answer. Good answer. You've been
Neck
paying
and neck.
attention to this. All right. Neck and neck. Oh, this is this is what we want, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exciting.
Hey, what do you think here? This next one. I'll let you peek. You can peek. This is
Yeah.
okay, Haley. You're getting closer here now. This is a true or false. Okay. True or false? The Boston Post cane could only be held by men until 1930.
True?
Whoa! That egg salad sandwich coming your way. Yes, it is. That is good. And we got
Live
Looks
studio
like,
audience.
live studio. Oh, wow. All right. She
Looks like,
smoked that one.
Mr. Scribner McLean finally has to.
Yeah, there
Let's
you go.
do
He has
lunch
finally has to cough it up. All right, you got to go in and tell him I said. And it's remember he's money. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about ordering off a special menu. You can big egg salad sandwich or something. Right? Okay. Well, are you okay with time or what? You gotta go.
I think it's about time for me. to go.
All right. Well, let's. Hey, how about a little Grand Funk Railroad? Whatever happened to them, huh?
I don't know.
They're all still alive, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, you think they're ready to go. Let's fire up some Grand Funk. So anyway, Town Planner Bill Nemser back with you, planning, zoning, rock and rolling, and we just had Haley Fritz on talking about Founders Day event this Saturday and Sunday, so we hope to see you all there. I had a couple of things that people have been asking me, and I thought one of the things that would make a good little radio spot here, and I think it is something that we're going to be dealing with at least for the next few years here, and I thought it would be very interesting to go over a few things. I'm going to call this section the Planner's Project List. It's a new section I'm going to introduce, and that just means something interesting that's going on, how we're going to do it, why we're going to do it, and increasingly, how we're going to pay for it, because this is a big question, and it's natural. Everybody's times are always tight in local government, no matter what you hear. I haven't been a place where it hasn't been, a budget issue and so on. So, Planner's Project List. And, so what was that? Somebody won? That was a slip. Behave, you guys. So anyway, why are project plans important and why they take so long? And this is a question that everybody asks me. Why do these projects, whether it's an internal project that the town is doing, it's an external project that a developer is doing or something, why does it take so long to just, it seems like it goes and goes and goes. And once you're on the inside of it, I mean, you understand it better, but it still doesn't mean that it's a quick process. And the real reason that when you hear projects coming forward, and the first thing you have to determine is this project already approved or is it not approved yet? I mean, I've got a desk full of projects that aren't approved that people have brought in or that I've initiated or things like this. So often you really have to follow where the project is in the approval process, because it may be that you're going to have something that comes along, relatively quickly in a few months, but more often than not, it's going to be, you may be talking years. Hopefully for a major project, that approval time has been built into the budgeting and stuff, because to come in and have a major project just pop up one day, we frown on that in local government, as you may imagine. And so one of the reasons that these plans take so long, major projects, smaller projects, is because of the approval process. And the reason the approval process is important for the town is to make sure that what we have ultimately is what the town wants or is supposed to have. And there's a lot of steps to make sure that happens. Now, when we're doing internal projects, and when I say internal projects, something that the town has initiated, whether it's something as straightforward as a sidewalk or as complex as a redesign of a park or something, we also allow time in there for, there's going to be additional design time. There's going to be time that a lot of this work has to be bid out, and it's going to be a competitive process. So a lot of that takes long too. So it's not that people aren't doing anything. I guess that's kind of what I wanted to get across. It's a question of that they may be doing it, but it's a slow process. So when you are getting frustrated with something not happening that you think should be happening, you can always check. I mean, you can always call my office, but you got to find out where it is in the approval process. Now, the second part of I've been running into quite a bit is with our internal projects, particularly those that are sort of projects that we aspire to do. So things as improvements that may not be essential at that moment. Things like bike paths or improvements to the park, things like that. Funding can delay things quite a bit. Now, everybody thinks, well, where does the money come from? Does it come from our budget? And a lot of times it does. But more often with these projects that are sort of, I guess, amenities and things that are being improved, we have to apply for grants, and we may have to jump through a lot of hoops to get the grants or to even prepare for the grant. And so funding can be held up, I mean, in any number of ways when you're dealing with our agencies too. But the good news is, when the funding comes, it doesn't come out of the town budget. Now, you guys may have noticed that we've had a number of initiatives recently, ranging from the design or redesign of Veterans Memorial Park to the housing production plan to our upcoming Complete Streets project, and so on. Now, those were all funded entirely by grants from the state or from regional sources like the Metropolitan Area Planning Council, things like that. So that can also contribute to the delay. So what I wanted to really talk about in this little segment was why things don't always move as quickly as we'd like. And I think at this time, since we're down on our music, we're way down on music quota today. This is planning, zoning, rock and rolling, not just planning, zoning. I think it's time for a little bit from our favorite band from Seattle, the Sonics. And we'll come back to you with planning, zoning, rock and rolling right after this. So anyway, we were just finishing up on the planning project list and why projects seem to take so long, and the wheels of government move slow indeed, and the wheels of project planning probably move even slower. In the end, it's supposed to be, and I hope that for the most part, it's supposed to be a good thing, because, it's nothing worse than building something you don't want there and having something that's problematic once it's constructed. Everybody sick here? I got sick after the last one. Now I'm on the mend. You guys intact?
I luckily haven't hit anything too bad this season.
I've been sick for about a week now.
Oh, was it you that gave it to me, or did I give it to you?
Yeah, I gave it to you.
Oh, thank you. Very good. All right, we're working. I owe you one for that.
problem.
Yeah, it's been like an infirmary over at the office. Good heavens. Okay, well, it's time for our next segment, which is What's Going On. And let's see, do I hear Marvin creeping in? I might. And I can't get inspired till I hear Marvin. Let's see.
Marvin's coming.
All right. Sleep on the job, see? Complain. There we go. Oh, yeah. Wait, that's not it. It is?
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
No, you're not supposed to hear it.
Oh, okay. Producer, you're supposed to tell me that. Okay. So, all right. The late, great Marvin Gaye, who I think you guys become fans of now, right? A little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvin, you good? Yeah. Okay, what's going on? Well, in Maynard, we have a lot. So let's go right to it and get down the all the events so you can mark your calendar. Everybody bring out your little black book. Open up your Outlook Express. Don't write on your table if you're in school or on your desk. Okay, Saturday starting at, 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Founders Day. And there is very first Founders Day, the inaugural event, and it's for all ages, and I think it sounds like there is stuff going on right and left, and from all indications, this is going to be a great annual event from here out. Hope you guys are filming it, you said, down there?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
I don't know what specifically we're filming, but I know we're filming the opening, the closing, and hopefully some of the things in between.
You have a little vest or something that says press or something like that where you just get
Oh,
through?
that'd be cool.
Yeah, no, they don't
Should
give
get
you
those.
that?
We should
No, they
invest in
don't.
Oh, I got an orange vest the other day. Town planner, I got one. Can you imagine that? So I don't know, just probably to keep it in the office so you know where to find me. Okay, well, anyway, Founders Day. That goes from 10 o'clock till 4 p.m. on Saturday, and there's a whole host of events. I mean, a lot of work has gone into this, and I think it's going to be a spectacular event. On Sunday, there's going to be the proclamation of Founders Day, which is really the culmination of all of this, and I think all of us are going to be out there for the town, or a lot of us. We have a few little remarks to deliver, and I hope to see all of you out there. So Friday and Saturday, try to make it out to Founders Day. Next Thursday, you guys know what's coming up, right? Remember? Crickets.
Yep.
Yeah. Veterans Memorial Park.
Oh, yeah.
Veterans Memorial Park, the third and final workshop. Now, we've been at this for about 4 or 5 months, and community has weighed in. Everybody's been talking about what they'd like to see in the park, how they think it's going to go, and now we have some final designs. So this may be one we're coming. You guys gonna get there with your little press passes to come up with this one? Okay, because that would be good to get some pictures of you. Maybe not.
I did get an email about it from you.
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yeah, you did.
Right, I did. Yeah, but that's going to be very interesting. Clara Batchelor of CHB Consulting in Cambridge has been working with the community now for quite a while, and has a lot of input. And I'm really excited to see the designs that she comes up with. I haven't seen any of them yet. I know she's working on them, so it'll be really exciting for me as well. And those of you who have been following this, the improvements at Veterans Memorial Park, remember that we're trying to design this so that we can do it piece by piece if we need to, as funding becomes available. But the ultimate goal is going to be to connect all the areas of town that are really blocked off. If you're a pedestrian, they're blocked off, going from the Fine Arts Theater or the library to downtown, and we want to make that a little more accessible and make it so it's more obvious for some of our friends who come to visit who may not be familiar with the area. So Veterans Memorial Park next Thursday, 7 p.m. at the library. Open to the public. We'd love to see you there. And even if you haven't been at the earlier sessions, we have plenty of room. We would love to see you there, and you're going to have a chance to weigh in on the final products. So, and up next, let's see, we have, what else? 129 Parker conceptual plan will be heard at the planning board meeting on April 26th. Now, we're doing this a little different because a lot of people have been interested in this project. And so the planning board meeting of April 26th will be held starting at 6 p.m. 6, not 7, 6. And it's going to be where? Right here in your backyard.
Wow.
Yeah, in the auditorium at Maynard High School. So that'll be a first for me. And I guess do I get is there a dressing room or something like that for the
There is
staff?
actually.
Yeah, we have one in the back.
Good. You got a valet? Something, anything like that?
Valet,
We can set one up.
set some
Okay.
parking in the side, I guess.
All right. So anyway, those of you who want to come to the 129 Parker conceptual plan planning board hearing, again, that's going to be on April 26th. It's a Tuesday night, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. and it's going to be at Maynard High School. So hope to see you there. It should be very interesting. Everybody's been working really hard to make this happen right, and I think we're on the right path for that. Next event coming up is Complete Streets Educational Seminar is beginning on let me see, what did I say? May 26th. Oh, wrong one. Close. See? I just caught now. Look at this. On now I'm learning Spotify pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
I got it. I just found
to
it.
be fair, on the list here, I
Yeah.
had it the other way around.
You did?
I had it the right way, the way on the list.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Well, all right. So a little bit of this. I forgive you for giving me the cold then. All right. And anyway, so Complete Streets, we're going to have it at Town Hall on May 26th. I think it's going to start early at 4 o'clock. And what's going to be involved in that is a walk around town to try to familiarize everybody with where the potential for improvements for Complete Streets elements may exist. Now, those of you out there who've heard me talk about Complete Streets, you know that basically a Complete Streets is not one specific thing. It's more of a philosophy that allows the road to be shared with pedestrians, with cyclists, and anything else that de-emphasizes the automobile. So this is your chance. That's on May 26th. So I hope to see all of you there. This is going to be probably a long 5-year process, I would think, of Complete Streets as we look for the changes that we're going to try to make in Maynard. And so that's a pretty full calendar. Now, I think, as a matter of fact, I don't think we have room for any more events on there. Holy smokes. Okay, nothing like the Beatles. A little bit of Revolver on there. So, you guys Beatle fans?
Of course.
Of course.
Can you name all 4 of them?
Yes.
You can?
Yep.
Really? Okay, let's do it.
Ringo Starr,
Yeah,
George Harrison, John Lennon, and Paul McCartney.
good job. And you knew that too?
Yep.
But
We're hardcore Beatles fans.
I like that. Good stuff. You know, we've been talking about going to that in Las Vegas. There's a Cirque du Soleil show that's all Beatles songs. Have you heard of that?
No.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds pretty cool.
It's fantastic. I mean, it's supposed to be. Maybe my birthday's just around the corner. Well, not really, 6 months, but
Yeah,
maybe.
hint, hint.
Yeah, and I think the last thing my wife has listened to is this show, probably. No, you never know though. So anyway, today was a pretty interesting show. It went by pretty quick here. We talked about Haley Fritz was talking about how the first Founders Day celebration came about, and a lot of work has gone into that. And I think it's really terrific that the town has an event like this it's going to identify with, and really looking forward to seeing how it turns out. And we also talked about why, and everybody's been asking me this, why do projects take so long? Why can't we just get them going? Why? And so we tried to explain that a little bit, and I hope that satisfied some of the people who've been asking me that question. But we really try to make sure that we do it the right way, and the approval process does take a lot of time. And as you can see, speaking of approval process, I saw some new signage over at the mill. Did you guys notice that? New signage is going in. Pretty cool.
I did
Nice.
see they put up like a banner sort of thing.
Yeah, well, I
saw
think that's
that.
where the other sign's going. But no, there's actual, real signage is going as being constructed as we speak. Really, they did a good job on that. It was quite a review process on that, approval process on that. It should look really cool, really neat stuff. And so anyway, and we've learned that we have quite a lot going on this next month. Recap it one more time. We've got Founders Day this weekend on next Thursday on April 21st. We've got Veterans Memorial Park redesigned, 7 p.m., Maynard Library. On April 26th, 129 Parker Conceptual Plan Planning Board hearing, 6 p.m. at Maynard High School. And on May 26th, at 4 p.m. at Town Hall, we have the Complete Streets Workshop starting. And I think we're going to about leave it here. And how about a little something from the Arctic Monkeys? Now, you heard of these guys before?
Yes.
My kids got me listening to them. They're pretty good. So, out of where are they from? Birmingham or something? Upper England, Northern England. All right. Well, let's get them going, and we'll see you next week on Planning, Zoning, Rock and Rolling. I am Town Planner Bill Nemser. I'd like to thank you all for listening. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any ideas for topics you'd like to hear addressed, I'll try my best to get them on. We have right now we're stacked up with guests for the next 3 or 4 weeks. We're gonna have everybody from the fire chief to the one of our local ecologists. So we've got Clara Batcher's going to be in here next week talking about Veterans Memorial Park, and hope to hear from you all this week, and hope you all hear me next week.